Hi, and welcome to the Road to Kaizen. Today with me, Matt Stait and Lucci, and we're just going to have a conversation and let you guys know where we are, what we're doing, what's happening in the background, and some of the exciting stuff that's taking place. How are we doing, Lucci?
Very well, my friend. Very well. Tired as always, but equally excited as well, mate. So yes, I'm very well. Thanks, Matt. It's good to see you anyway.
Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you again. It's one of those, isn't it, where we were just talking a little bit off camera how it was exactly 1 year ago tomorrow since the last Kaizen. Time has gone really, really quickly, and it was
Well, really quick, hasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
it was a super boiling hot day this time last year, and it was such a great event. It really was. So
yeah.
many people during the day were saying how much they enjoyed it and how it was a really nice place to be. So I suppose the best thing to do is to really start there, isn't it? I mean, what separates Kaizen from some of the other things that are going on?
Um, each year it gets more different. We try our absolute hardest to stand out amongst everybody else. You know yourself, Matt. I think that the British martial art world is getting better and better and stronger each year. Some cracking events going off, and yeah, so we're always looking to improve. We had a massive improvement from coming back from lockdown and jumping straight to the actual arena.
Mm.
So we went from there and a right big step, and it was, and you know, we quadrupled the size of the venue, and it was a big ask, um, but we pulled it off nicely. Like you said, there was so many people there, and I was having so much fun. So much was going off. That community vibe was there. The spirit was still there, um, and I don't think that will never go away. To
Mm.
be honest with you, we had awesome demos, brilliant vendors, a very strong lineup. Really was strong lineup where making a decision who gets to go on the main seminar area was a really tough decision.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, and we had some great artists, right? Martial artists, Lee Hansel, Moti came along, you know, Kevin Reagan. We had some. The self defense area was
mm,
just amazing,
yeah.
and yeah, it was just and it just went so quick. And for the first time, we had an evening event as well, so the night before, and that sold out instantly.
Yeah.
And that was really good as well. But it was a really hot day, wasn't it? And there was just the sweaty bodies everywhere, and I broke the aircon, unfortunately, in the afternoon. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I broke the aircon. So yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Well,
What do you
I think talking about the sort of lineup from last year, which, as you say, there was some absolute cracking names there.
do?
That's one of the interesting things about our conversations and the way this is being planned out for next year is the fact that we're not just focusing on some of the bigger names in the nicest possible way, because obviously
Yeah,
it's great to have seasoned instructors, and we've got those, and we've got some really top level people. But
yeah, yeah.
also, Kaizen is really a great place to showcase new talent. Now we've
Oh,
got some,
100%.
yeah, we got some great people coming through. So,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, it's a part of setting things like this up is looking for them new faces and looking for the new talent, the next Motig, if you like, and the next the next Tommy Joe Moore and and people like that. I think we've got some blinders this year. Absolutely, some brilliant new faces
Hmm.
coming along,
Yeah, I
and
think that's one of the most exciting things about this, isn't it? Is the fact that
yeah,
you've
yeah,
got there's new people that people may not have seen before, and they're
yeah,
not a regular name. And of course, you've got that sort of joker in the pack as to you're not quite sure what they're going to bring to the table, but it's going to be
yeah.
different. It's going to be exciting. That it's not going to be seen anywhere else, and those things alone make the ridiculously cheap 20 quid total value for money.
It's too cheap. It's too cheap, isn't it?
I,
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
it was always in my mind to make it as cost effective and doable as possible, affordable for everybody.
Mm.
So I think, 1999 is an absolute giveaway.
Oh, totally, an absolute steal. Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And especially with the names what we got on there.
Mm.
Sandy Holt, for example, Sandy Holt's making his first visit to Kaizen, and which really excited about that. Especially, I'm a big Sandy fan, and I'm a big Thai boxing fan as well.
Mm.
So it'd be, it's really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to have Sandy on board. He's a real character.
100,
So
100%. And there's other names what will be announced very soon. Yeah, exciting times, man. Really is. And going back what 5-6 years ago, 5-6. This is Kaizen number 6, I believe. And even going back to the first ones, and you got the instructors what just like Simon Oliver. He's not only he's a walking legend in Nottingham. As you know, Kaizen's host, it's the home of Kaizen, which is Nottingham. But in the UK martial art world, is a huge name.
Mm.
But it's been to every single Kaizen, and it does that purely, it's the vibe, it's the atmosphere, and and it's local. So we're very lucky.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it covers the entire spectrum. So the layout of the
Yeah.
day then, so is it going to be like previous years in the sense that, and I'm saying this, obviously, we talk about how this is all going to play out, but we're trying to explain this for people listening. So is there a sort of framework? So what can we expect? Are the instructors going to be on for an hour, 50 minutes? Are they going to be running separate mats?
Yeah,
How is it going to look?
Yeah, exactly the same. We're looking around about 8 seminar areas, demo area, tournament area. Just a nice, just very open. I've always had this vision of Kaizen to be very open.
Yeah.
I've never wanted it to look like a wedding reception. I like it. I don't mean that horribly. I just like it nice and raw. Get on the mat, get training. Go and do some shopping. Go and meet your friends, hang out. You know what I mean? It's a playground, a martial arts playground, and that's what my vision of Kaizen has always been. Like that. It's the king of grassroots.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting about it?
That's all. That's come organically. Do you know what I mean? That's I didn't wake up and go, right, this is going to be for grassroots martial artists, and that's it. And we're going to have no superstars over, and and that's it. It just happened. That's the way it was going. That's the way it is, and that's our formula. I think it will be like for years to go. You know what I mean? So let's see.
Yeah, no, I agree. The fact that it's moved to this venue now, and this venue is fantastic. It's open, it's airy, everyone can intermingle, like you said, but it still retains that sort of friendly atmosphere, and there was a lot of interaction. It's which was great, and I think that openness allows for that. So you talked about some demos and stuff. Who have we got lined up? We can name a few people. Others are still secrets.
Of course we can. We're really lucky to have one of the best capoeira groups in the whole country here in Nottingham, and they just blew the place apart last year, Matt. And you got to agree. It's not just with the drums and everything. They absolutely blew the place apart. We had that. We had like from capoeira right up to your self-defense demos, like your Krav Maga and jiu-jitsu demos, and just we've got an Aikido one. The Aikido guys are coming back. We didn't have them last year, so we're gonna have an Aikido. I really like to see a nice Aikido demonstration.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There's a lot of skill involved. Yeah.
So we'll be like feeding the demos in between seminars, so they'll be like literally scattered, everywhere. So one big mess, one big like I like to call it a pasta bowl. Like a bowl of pasta. You can chuck anything in a bowl of pasta. So that's my pasta bowl.
Yeah, fantastic. So we talked, we talked briefly a moment ago about this, and we've talked about this at length behind the scenes. And
Yeah,
last year there was an evening do. Now
yeah,
that sold out, as you mentioned, really quickly. That was a
yeah,
great night. I mean, you talked
yeah,
about Simon Oliver there, people like that. It was a real great opportunity to sit with some of the legends and have a great conversation and just
yeah.
talk, and just have fun with it. And it was a really pleasant evening and a lot of fun. So we're aiming to do that again.
But slightly bigger, only a tiny bit bigger. A little bit more for it was very relaxed last year, very casual, very relaxed. And for me, that's just how I wanted it. Something nice and relaxed, something nice, and it was sort of like the first one. And I
Mm.
didn't want it to be. I didn't want to put that impression out. So, oh, it's another awards evening. It's not an awards evening. Um, it's just it's a get together, and we're giving out. It's basically a thank you for supporting Kaizen, and that's it. And it's a little bit to get together. Um, as you know, Matt, a lot of people travel to come to Kaizen and they're staying over the night before.
Mm.
It just makes sense. It
Yeah,
just
no,
makes sense.
absolutely.
And
Yeah,
that
I
was,
agree.
you
Mm.
know, yeah. So
Yeah, it was a really pleasant evening. Mm.
yeah, so that we'll do that again, and the venue will be announced very shortly. We're just waiting for the football fixtures to come along because there's a couple of venues we've seen, and
Yeah.
we've got to wait for the football.
Yeah. Well, at least we know it's not going to clash with
It's
download this year.
not going to downloads this weekend.
Yes, I know. Yeah, yeah.
It's this weekend. Yeah, it crashed with dialing, and it was really difficult. Once it, we
Mm.
had all these challenges. We totally forgot about. We forgot about the fact it was download. So every hotel was absolutely rammed in Nottingham and around the area and surrounding areas. Even in some parts of Derby, there was hotels just rammed. So we didn't put that into place, and it was still busy, and it was
Mm.
still very busy. It was still absolutely. It was comfortably crammed, wasn't it? It was like very comfortable still, and that's because of the size of the venue. The venue was a nice size. The year before, we was in the leisure centre. It was like sardines, but it was good fun.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
a bit more for the kids as well this year. A little bit more for the kids, a kids zone, and a little bit more
yeah,
for the
yeah,
younger people.
yeah, I think that's worth mentioning as well, because
Yeah,
obviously every year there's a new version of it. Every year it grows, and it keeps the same. It keeps the same inner feeling and what it is, but
yeah,
every year it sort of, as it expands, it comes with it a few things that have got to be addressed year on year. So
mm,
one of them being a little bit more for the kids, a little bit more to
yeah,
do,
yeah,
and so that's being looked at, and I think that's a great thing, because essentially the kids and the youth, that's our, I hate to say it and sound like Whitney Houston, but that's our future, isn't it? And that's where,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know
100%.
for us to carry on and pass things on, we need that. So um, when we looked at last year, again, there was a competition going on in the center of the mats that was happening most of the day.
Mhm.
That worked very well for the guys themselves. And
There was about 80 jiu-jitsu fights that day. It was awesome.
yeah.
It was
So this
absolutely awesome.
year,
Yeah.
there's going to be
This year, I ain't saying nothing. You do it.
this year wait and see, isn't it?
Wait and see. There might be a couple. There might be two.
Yeah,
There might be
this
two
year wait and
tournaments.
see, I think, is the answer to that. But rest assured, there's lots of stuff going on in the
Well,
background, lots of good conversations, lots of interesting things.
we have a very important meeting coming up, haven't we? And
We do. Mm.
we can announce it after that meeting. We're there's just a few T's and C's to cross
Mm.
and get some things in place. But what I will say, it will be an exclusive and it will be explosive, honestly. And another new feature is the 47 Ronin mat. So we'll be introducing more of the in depth with the Japanese arts, very traditional Japanese arts. the traditional jiu-jitsu, samurai martial arts, very, very, very traditional, deep kind of vibe going off there. You know, if you don't know already, I've got a massive jiu-jitsu background, and we've got some wicked, awesome jiu-jitsu instructors. Kevin Pell, 10th Dan, leading the way, and his Ishanru guys. They actually cleared up at that jiu-jitsu tournament. I think they won about 18 medals last year.
Yeah, so, they did well. Yeah, they did well.
It'd be interesting if them boys will be coming on to the new tournament.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah,
that would be interesting. Yeah, yes, that would be. So I bet they will. I bet they will. To be honest,
I'm sure. So there's also a weapons area.
Yeah, the Filipino Martial Arts Council. They're taking over the weapons zone, like they did. So we'll just let them do what they do. But man, what I can remember from last year, a very busy area that was.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on.
Fight Dad doing his thing. Glenn Lobo doing his thing. John Harvey, Nottingham's Richard Hudson. It was a superb, absolutely superb.
Yeah, so I think the short answer to what we're saying then is really there is pretty much something for everybody, no matter what flavor of martial arts you're into. There's there's certainly things to get involved with. No, absolutely, yeah. It's one of those where for the ridiculously cheap amount of 20 quid, I mean, absurdly stupid amount of money, you wouldn't even get one of those instructors on a seminar for that price, never mind the whole day. So it really is an absurd amount of money for what you're actually getting. So on that note then, one of the things that we still do have some spaces for, I mean, we're pretty much there with instructors. We've got people, got a long list of people wanting to be involved with that, which is great and fantastic. It's really positive. But there is some spaces left still for vendors, for people if they want to come along and, and show what they've got, that sort of thing. So is there anything specific that they would need to know, or any specific types of things that you're looking for, Do
you know what? Just reach out. We've got tables. There's chairs, whatever you need, reach out. If you want to showcase your business, showcase yourself, showcase your product, reach out and let's work together. We've done that. We've done that from day one with all the vendors. We work together. There are business partners, and that's how I like to see them. I want them to do, all of them do well, and they do well as well. So yeah, and we've got a vendor very excited about this. I'm going to post this soon. A company they'll be doing a documentary, a Bruce Lee documentary, and JKD documentary, and they're going to be at Kaizen this year. So I'm really excited about that as well. So.
Yeah, fantastic. So basically there's
new stuff all the time, man. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So if you're if you have a product or a service, or if you've got somebody you want to get out there that's in any way related to martial arts, this is a great place to put yourself. There's an absolute room full of really, really great martial artists and people involved with martial arts. And the vibe is infectious. So it's a great place to come and showcase what it is that you do.
100%. And they're not expensive. Just like the tickets, not expensive. We're fortunate to have some amazing sponsors on board, and that allows us to sell these tickets really cheaper and cost effective and affordable. So thank you very much for the sponsors: Nest, British Taekwondo Association, Stuart Husher. Thank you very much. And new sponsors coming on board all the time. So cheers.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's worth noticing, isn't it? With Nest, they've been very supportive throughout, year on year, and a great organisation to reach out to if you're interested in their services. Now, so that really is kind of a great point for us to think about sort of wrapping up this little conversation, because all we're
Yeah,
really doing is just having a little chat about it. Now, there's still plenty of time to be involved. I think that's really the message today, isn't it? You know,
yeah, of
we're
course it
still
is.
putting it together.
It's 4 months left. 4 months left. It's a short but long time. There is everything's in place. We just got to turn up now, and that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So if you want to be part of it, get in touch. If you know, whatever level, tickets are through the Nest portal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, that literally it's been great having a little chat, and great to sort of put out in the world some of the things that we're talking about behind the scenes, and sort of bringing this to life. So, really looking forward to some of the really exciting announcements that's going to be coming over the next days and few weeks.
We
So
do have instructors podcast. Sorry, Matt, I forgot to mention. I got it off my chest now, because we'll finish this and we go. We didn't mention it. We have got instructors podcasts coming along.
Yeah.
All right. So either myself or Matt or yourself will be doing them, or if not, James. I think James he's on it with his podcast anyway. So he's starting to reach out to instructors, and there's some absolute belters coming on. So just keep an eye on the page, guys. Give us a like and a share. Invite your friends. Help us grow. Yeah,
absolutely. So basically, guys, there will be lots more information coming on. So in the meantime, it's been great chatting, my friend, and look forward to catching up again soon.
You will do, my friend. Talk to you later.